Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back inside Royal Brown Pavilion. We are at Iron Coaching Court. Greg Sexton with you on the SBU webcast as the second game of the doubleheader coming up here shortly between SBU and University of Alaska at Anchorage. As the men's game went down to the wire, the SBU men pulled it out 72-71, and it was a wild game that came down to the final seconds. But these two teams getting ready to do battle here. One of them is going to clinch a spot in the GNAC tournament tonight by winning here. They're tied currently at 8-8 in the GNAC standings. In fourth place, tied for fourth place. And as I said, one of them will clinch with a win here tonight. The other is likely going to also be in the GNAC tournament as well, as Simon Fraser and Northwest Nazarene battling it out for that last spot in the GNAC tournament. Western Washington, Montana State Billings, and Central Washington have all clinched spots in the tournament. And it will be a field of 6 teams coming up in Bellingham next weekend, as Alaska Anchorage, coached by Ryan McCarthy, they have been dominant in his tenure there. He's in his 11th season. They really have kind of come back to the pack a little bit this year, though, but still, make no mistake, they are a very good team. And the Falcons are going to have their hands full here. Anchorage coming in 16-9 overall, 8-8 in GNAC play. They won the first matchup between these two teams in Anchorage on December 3rd, 62-54. SBU comes in 13-11 overall, 8-8 in GNAC play. Mike Simonson is in his 5th year as the head coach. And the Seawolves are going to go with a lineup featuring Nicole Pinckney, Jazz Evans, Vishay Rab, Jana Hajdukovic, Kate Robertson, the lineup for the Seawolves. And then for SBU, it'll be the Hoff sisters, Maya and Natalie. It'll be Hunter Buren, Anna Eddy, and Ashley Alter. Alter just picked up her 1,000th career point last Saturday at Western Washington. And Natalie Hoff picked up her 900th. They're both 50-year players, and so they've each had an extra year of eligibility. But due to the COVID pandemic, the Seawolves win the tip, and it's Nicole Pinckney with the basketball to start the game. And Jasper Evans goes by Jazz with the ball. Now Pinckney gets it back. And now Orab will drive and leave it short as she tried to put it up over Hoff. Vishay Rab, a transfer from Augustana. And the GNAC Player of the Week had a couple of monster games at home last week against St. Martin's and Western Oregon. Those were both double-digit wins. So Anchorage trying to get things going at the right time heading into the tournament. These two teams have played some close games the last couple of years. Here is Hunter Buren from the baseline, couldn't get it to go, and just rims out, and Anchorage with the rebound. The other way, no score here. 1 minute into the game, Evans drives on Buren and puts up a banker off the glass and in, and Jazz Evans gets the Seawolves on the board first, as it is 2-0 Anchorage. Maya Hoff in the front court to Ashley Alter. Over in the corner, Natalie Hoff on a long 2 is off the mark. Rab with the rebound. And they're going to get it to her in the front court. She's going to drop it off for Hajdukovic. Jana Hajdukovic, both of her parents played at Anchorage. This will be Rab drawing the foul. And it's going to go. That's going to go on Maya Hoff.
Foul's on number 2, Maya Hoff, first foul.
Mark Akat, the PA announcer there, identified the wrong number 2. It is on Maya Hoff, and it'll send Vishay Rab to the free throw line. Ryan McCarthy already getting a couple of subs up. And
number 11.
This will be Anaya Moore and Ra'ana Bay checking in. Moore from Rockford, Illinois, and Bay from Palo Alto, California. And see on the roster here, her hometown is listed as Palo Alto.
One more shot.
I saw on the website her hometown is Oakland, so she's from the Bay Area either way. But this will be Rabb at the free throw line, and she connects on both free throws. Vashay Rabb averaging 16.4 points per game for the Seawolves and an 85% free throw shooter. And she makes a couple here to put the Seawolves up 4-0. Here's Ashley Alter with the floater, and that one is too strong off the back iron. Rebound, Anna Eddy gets in there and gets it to Natalie Hoff for the bucket at the free throw line. Eddy got in there for the offensive board and made that play happen. It's 4-2. And this is going to be blocked by Alter, as that was Bay trying to get the shot up. And already McCarthy going to get two starters, and then the two starters that just came out back in, and he's going to also get Rachel Ingram up as they play just a full court press style. Do the Seawolves? They have mayhem on the jerseys, on the back of their uniforms. Actually, that's going to be a shot clock violation, as there is the mayhem. There's four subs coming in here. Evans and Pinckney back in, along with Rachel Ingram and Haley Bearfield as well. So definitely an up-tempo defense played by the Seawolves. They average, they force more than 8 turnovers more than their opponents do per ball game. As Evans drives, finds Robertson in the lane, and that one rims out. And Natalie Hoff the rebound. 4-2 Anchorage. Low scoring to get this one going here. Alter had it poked away. Buren comes up with it and finds Eddy in the corner. Eddy going to take a three from the corner, and it's no good. Rims out. Evans the other way with the rebound. Evans was blocked by Buren, and a clean block. And here come the Falcons the other way. Eddy gets to the bucket, lays it up and in. Hunter Buren with a big block on the other end. And it's 4-4. Eddy coast to coast with the lay-in. And it's a 4-4 ball game. Evans in the post to Robertson. And now Ingram going to drive. Going to change directions. Gets it out to Bearfield. Robertson from the top of the key puts it in. Long two from Kate Robertson. And she has the Seawolves back in front, 6-4 now. Ryan McCarthy subbing early and often. Ashley Alter puts up the floater, couldn't get it to go. It rims out. Rebound to Bearfield coming the other way for the Seawolves. Pinckney swings it over to Evans. Evans drives into the lane, puts it up with the left hand, puts it in. Good drive there by Jazz Evans. And it's 8-4 Seawolves. Falcons get it across the timeline. Maya Hoff driving, and they do stop the ball. Alter trying to save it, and right to Evans. Loses it. Evans right there for the steal. Here's Pinckney putting it up, and Natalie Hoff was able to get over and disrupt the shot somewhat, and it's off the mark. Falcons back the other way. 8-4 Seawolves. Under 5 to play here in the first quarter. Maya Hoff finds her sister down low. Nice pass from Maya to Natalie. And Natalie now 4 points in the ball game. 8-6 your score. Anchorage by 2. Pinckney with it in the front court. Gets it to Ingram for a three, and that one is all net. Rachel Ingram, senior out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Ryan McCarthy up in Anchorage will get a lot of players from all over the U.S. to come to Anchorage. And he's got a few from the Midwest As here is Buren driving, putting up the floater, puts it in, and she's going to get called for the offensive foul. As, let's see here. It looked like they signaled I think they called that on Buren.
Foul on number 14, Hunter Buren, her first.
I may have just seen the official signal. I may have seen it incorrectly on the number there, but it's 11-6, Anchorage with the lead as we get to the first media timeout. 3:54 to go, first quarter. We'll be right back on the SB webcast. Anchorage by 5, 11-6. Back inside Royal Brome Pavilion, Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast. The Seawolves lead the Falcons 11-6 with 3:54 to go in the first quarter. And so far in the ball game, Alaska Anchorage shooting 44% from the floor, SPU 38%. And SPU has actually out-rebounded the Seawolves 6-4, but not a large sample size yet. This is Anaya Moore in the front court for the Falcons, or for the Seawolves rather. Kimani Fernandez on the floor now for the Seawolves as well. This is Jana Hajdukovic. And now Vishay Rab with it. Rab trying to go over the top for Fernandez, and Skylar Berry was having none of that and steals the pass. Falcons the other way. Lola Weatherspoon on the floor with the ball. And Skylar Berry takes the pass now, gets it back to Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon turns around and misses on the hook shot off the back iron. And the Seawolves the other way. Anaya Moore driving in the lane, couldn't get the floater to go. And didn't look like a particularly high percentage shot there. But she's going to pick up a foul on the other end.
Anaya Moore, first foul.
That'll be her first.
Team foul number 2.
And they announced that as team foul number 2. And then now they corrected it. It's just the first foul on the Seawolves in the quarter. The Falcons have 2. Here's Skylar Berry trying to go around Fernandez. Loops it up with the left hand and gets to the free throw line. Couldn't get the shot to go.
2 shots coming.
But Skylar Berry will be at the free throw line as a foul called on Kimani Fernandez. Nicole Pinkney and Jazz Evans back in for Anchorage.
Fouls on number 21, Fernandez, first foul. Second team, 2 shots for Berry.
And so Skylar Berry to the free throw line. Berry averaging 7.6 points per ball game, 65% at the line. And she gets the first one to go. Skylar Berry, a sophomore from Portland, Oregon, and the Falcons have a few from the Portland area. Puts the second one in as well. 11-8. Anchorage leading by 3. Pinkney into the front court. Gets it to Fernandez. And now Hajdukovic with it. Back to Pinkney. And now here's Rab. Had it briefly just poked away there, but gets it right back. Rab now going to take a 3 from the top of the key, and she drains it. All net on the 3 from Vishay Rab. Watch out for her to get going, as she's got 5 here in the early going, but she put up a bunch of points at home the last 2 ball games, and is the reigning GNAC Player of the Week. This one from Buren to Eddy is out of her reach.
Seawolves ball.
And it'll be Seawolves basketball on the turnover. Kate Robertson back in for Anchorage. And Pinckney will get it across midcourt. Last year, these teams were scheduled to play a home and home, as is per usual. This is a three from Hajdukovic that's off the mark, but Rab is able to come down with the rebound. But last year, there were actually a lot of games that were either canceled or postponed due to COVID.
2 shots coming up. Fouls on number 32.
Skylar Berry commits the foul here.
13 foul. Back into the lineup for your foul.
And Rab will be at the free throw line. Ashley Alter back in for Hunter Buren. Haley Marlowe on the floor.
At the foul line, Jay Rab.
And Rab at the free throw line with the Seawolves up by 6. The Falcons were scheduled to travel to Anchorage. That game ended up getting postponed. And they actually ended up playing back-to-back games here in Seattle last year. And both of those went down to the wire, but Anchorage was able to pull both of them out. And they won by 8 in Anchorage in the first matchup between these two teams early in the season. Rab with 7 already, 4 of those at the free throw line. And the Seawolves lead by 8, 16-8. Weatherspoon loses that one, is able to get it back. And tried to get it to Skylar Berry, and the Seawolves take it away. Heading the other way, Rab lost it, left it for Evans, and Evans has to go back to get it. But she's able to corral it. Here's Evans now, getting it to Rab. And now Alter tried to come up with a steal. Pinckney is able to wrestle it away. Evans with 6 on the shot clock. And we get a whistle. And a foul called on
Number 14, Kate Robertson, first foul.
Kate Robertson. It's going the other way.
Team foul number 3. Falcons will inbound back.
And each team now with 3 team fouls. Just 45 seconds left in the quarter. As Moore and Bay come back in for Anchorage. And here comes Maya Hoff off the bench for the Falcons. Checking in for Lola Weatherspoon. Falcons ball. 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Eddy will take it out of backcourt. And she'll get it to Alter. And we get a whistle and a foul called on Ra'ana Bay. That'll be team foul number 4 on the Seawolves.
Bay, first foul, 14 foul.
33.8 left on the clock, and Maya Hoff will inbound into the backcourt for Haley Marlowe. Gets it back to Hoff. Maya charging through some defenders there and draws the foul. As the foul is going to be called
14,
Kate Robertson. That's her second.
15 foul, 2 shots for Maya Hoff.
And so Hoff will be at the free throw line. Kimani Fernandez in. And Hunter Buren back on for SPU. As Maya Hoff will step to the free throw line. And the first one is up and good. Maya Hoff, 68% at the free throw line on the season. She's been able to get that percentage up. Her sister Natalie, 83%. Maya Hoff kind of holds the ball out to the side a little bit unconventional on the free throw release there, but she gets both of them to go here, and she's on the board with 2 points. It's 16-10, Seawolves with the lead. And they will inbound. Nicole Pinckney will bring it across midcourt. Shot clock is off, and the Seawolves can play for the final shot of the quarter. Pinckney holding up top, and now Rab with it. Ingram is going to take a 3, and that one goes down. And the Seawolves take a 9-point lead as the Falcons are unable to get up a shot at the end of the quarter. Good possession there, results in a 3 by Rachel Ingram. and the Seawolves with a 9-point lead after 1 quarter of play. 19-10. We'll be back in just a moment here on the SBU webcast with the second quarter of action coming right up. Back to action inside Royal Brome Pavilion. Greg Sexton with you on the SP webcast. Seawolves lead it over the Falcons 19-10 after 1 quarter of play. Seawolves shoot 46% in the opening quarter, and the Falcons just 33%. And the Seawolves were 3 of 4 beyond the arc, 75% out there. Falcons have yet to hit a 3. They're just 0 of 1.
Falcons ball.
It'll be Hunter Beeren bringing it across midcourt to start the second quarter. Marlowe gets it inside to Alter. And Alter going to take a turnaround from the free throw line, and that one's off the mark. A little too strong. Vishay Rab the rebound. Seawolves the other way. Rab being guarded by Maya Hoff. Gets it to Evans, and now Ingram, who hit the 3 at the end of the first quarter. Ingram with 8 points in the game. Couple of threes, and this one up and off the mark. And we get a whistle. Rab missing on the 3 there. Foul called on Kimani Fernandez. That is her first.
Second foul.
Actually, it is her second. They have just 1 on the scoreboard, but she did pick up 1 in the first quarter. Natalie Hoff back into the game for the Falcons. And Seawolves pressuring in the backcourt. The Falcons are able to get it across. It's poked out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Falcons. Ryan McCarthy, the head coach for the Seawolves, and he's got a couple of really good assistants on his staff, Shayna Afoa and Kiki Robertson. Kiki Robertson, arguably the best player to ever put on a Seawolves jersey, graduated a few years ago. Here's Natalie Hoff, getting to the bucket and laying it up and in with the left hand, and she will draw a foul on the play as well. And Kimani Fernandez picks up another foul. They have just 2 on the scoreboard, but I believe she does have 3. And we'll check the stats on that as well. But Natalie Hoff to the free throw line, 83%. And misses off the back iron. So a rare miss for Natalie Hoff, but Falcons within 7. Anchorage with possession. Evans for Ingram. And now it'll be Rab driving and getting to the bucket and laying it up and in. Vishay Rab has got some game. She's got 9 points. As I mentioned a couple of times now, the GNAC Player of the Week, second time this year she has won that award. Here's Alter taking a 3 from the top of the key, rainbows it in. And Ashley Alter will get the Falcons within 6 at 21-15. Alter with her first 3 points of the game. Here's Jazz Evans driving, putting up the floater, puts it in.
Jasper Evans.
And that will make it an 8-point game for Anchorage, leading now 23-15. Evans with 6. As Alter almost turned it over there. Marlowe kind of going a different direction than Alter thought she was going to. Alter now gets it into Natalie Hoff. Now a three on the way from Marlowe is off the mark. Alter is able to pull out the offensive rebound. Marlowe drives, pulls up in the lane, misses the shot. Kate Robertson the rebound. Marlowe trying to rip it away, and we're going the other way. They do call Haley Marlowe for a foul on the play there. Again, Onaya Moore and Ra'ana Bay checking in together for Anchorage, and Moore will get it across midcourt. A screen. Now Marlowe switches back onto Moore. Here's Rab being guarded by Alter. Bay into the lane. Maya Hoff got a piece of it. Ingram ends up with it. And the Seawolves keep possession. Reset the shot clock. And Bay now out on the right wing. Drives into the lane. And Alter knocks that one away momentarily, but it ends up in the hands of Rab, and she knocks in a three. And Vache Rab already 12 points here in the first half. And we still have more than half the second quarter to go. Vache Rab has been on a tear as of late. Here's a three from the corner from Alter off the mark. Rab pulls down the rebound. And the Seawolves the other way with an 11-point lead. Moore behind the back. Gets it to Rab. And now Ingram with it. Moore will hand it back to Ingram. Robertson will come up to the high post to take the pass. Here's Ingram trying to go around Maya Hoff, and Maya Hoff goes down hard.
Foul number 14 to the Falcons, Hunter Beering. Second foul, second team foul.
Let's see here.
Substitutions, Anna Annie in now.
I think that they called.
For the Falcons. Three return for the Seawolves.
They announced it as Hunter Beering.
Fouls on Kate Robertson.
Okay.
Third foul, third team
again,
foul.
The wrong number 14 on that one. So foul goes on Kate Robertson. It'll be Falcons ball. But first, a timeout here. Or, well, let's see here. The officials talking things over. I believe that a timeout was called, but it may have been an official timeout. I think they are going to go to the monitor and review the last play, the foul on Robertson, and just checking to see if there was anything flagrant about it. So Isaiah Archer down there at the scorers table, he just recently set a couple of new track and field records for the Falcons, and he's helping out with the replay monitor here tonight. Anchorage leading 26-15, and Falcons trying to stay in this one. Both of these teams, again, an opportunity to clinch a spot in the GNAC tournament with a win tonight. And now the third official will go over and take a look. I don't like to have all three trying to crowd around at the same time. But this is kind of a longer review here. Really, by the end of the night, both of these teams may end up in the GNAC tournament, as Simon Fraser is currently in sixth. Make that, they're currently in sixth. Northwest Nazarene is in seventh, but both of these teams have split with Northwest Nazarene. They've both swept Simon Fraser, and Simon Fraser just has the one game remaining at Western Washington, who is the number one seed currently. I think they're still trying to lock down that top seed. Billings has a chance to catch them. Montana State Billings having a great season on both sides, the men's and women's. Both 13-3 coming into tonight. Officials still discussing things here and trying to come to a consensus on what they just saw there on the replay monitor. As we're at 5:53 to go in the second quarter, and we will get a decision here. And I believe so we'll get the announcement from downstairs here.
Foul stands against number 14, Kate Robertson.
It's just a common foul. So I think they were reviewing to see if it was flagrant at all, but it is just a common foul. So Falcons with possession, and Buren will cross midcourt with it. Marlowe now for Alter. Ashley Alter feeds it inside to Natalie Hoff. Trying to go over Tubby Tovia and couldn't get the shot to go. Now has it poked away as she was able to get it back, and she's now going to be able to draw a foul here on Anaya Moore. Second foul on Moore. And Falcons will take it out of bounds. Marlowe will get it to Eddie. She finds Natalie Hoff at the bucket. Good find there from Eddie. And Hoff with the easy deuce with 8 points now for the Falcons. They trail still by 9, 26-17. And we're going to get an offensive foul. We're going to go the other way here.
Foul against number 4 of the Seawolves.
That's Anaya Moore with her third foul. Robertson has 3. Moore has 3. Fernandez has 3. And the Seawolves have the Falcons in the bonus with a lot of time left here in the second quarter. See if the Falcons can take advantage of that. Hunter Buren puts up the floater, and they're going to get her with an offensive foul again. A couple of offensive fouls called on Buren on driving floaters. That one, the first one I for sure agreed with. That one may be a little more questionable, but they do call that one on Buren. And now Hajdukovic gets around Marlowe, gets the shot up, but no good. And Buren with it again for the Falcons the other way. Natalie Hoff in the post, puts it up, puts it in, stuck with it, and fought through a little contact there. Gets the bucket to go. Natalie Hoff with 10 points in the ballgame. Falcons are really going to miss Ashley Alter and Natalie Hoff. Kiara De Virgilio will, she's actually already played her final game as a Falcon because she's out with an injury. Jazz Evans knocks in the bucket, and the Seawolves almost force the turnover on the inbounds pass. Evans with 8 for the Seawolves. But I mentioned earlier, Ashley Alter went over 1,000 career points at Western Washington last Saturday. Here is Eddie on a 3, and that one's no good. And Pinckney ends up with a rebound. Natalie Hoff went over 900 career points in that game as well. And both of them fifth-year players, really the two main scorers for the Falcons, as they're going to have some other players step up next year and pick up some of the scoring load. Tubby Tovia with the putback.
With the basket.
And we'll get a timeout called, as we still have not hit the media timeout. This should be the media timeout now here in the second quarter. 3:16 to go, and Anchorage with an 11-point lead, 30-19. We will step aside here on the SB webcast and be right back with you in just a moment. Back inside Royal Brown Pavilion, Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast. 3:16 to go in the first half, and the Seawolves lead the Falcons 30-19. Mentioning just that Falcons really are going to miss both Ashley Alter and Natalie Hoff. We've seen Anna Eddy go on scoring binges from time to time, and she has the ball currently. But Falcons really not a team that lights up the scoreboard. They rely on good defense and rebounding, and Alter misses on the three here. Eddy gets a hand in there, and Fernandez is kind of dragging Eddy with her. Eddy gets called for the foul.
13 foul. Out of bounds.
And so Anchorage will take it out of bounds. I'm going to check on. I mentioned on the scoreboard they have Fernandez with 2 fouls, but no, on the live stats they have her with 3, and she's out there with the ball. Normally, you don't. Coaches will try to not let someone pick up their 3rd foul in the first half, and they will for sure get them off the floor. But Ryan McCarthy, a little unconventional just with the way he subs players in and out more often than most. And he's got Fernandez out there with 3 fouls late in the first half here. Jazz Evans draws the foul and heads to the free throw line. And the foul on Ashley Alter, that is her first. Falcons now 14 fouls here in the second quarter. And Evans knocks in the first free throw. She's got 9. Vashay Rab with 12, leading the way for UAA. But Jazz Evans turning in a good game for the Seawolves as well. Misses on the second free throw, though. And the Falcons with the rebound. Seawolves lead by 12. And the Falcons just trying to kind of hang around here in this one. Over the top, there's Natalie Hoff. Gets it in the corner for Marlowe. Steps inside the arc. Puts in the shot from the baseline. And Haley Marlowe on the board. Making it now a 10-point ball game, 31-21. Fernandez in the front court. Hajdukovic to Evans. Under 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Pinckney being guarded by Eddy. Over the top for Fernandez, and it got over Fernandez, and Natalie Hoff was able to knock it away. And the Falcons come up with it. Alter. We'll get it back to Marlowe on top. Marlowe for Alter. And now Eddy driving baseline, finds Weatherspoon. She has to kick it out. Natalie Hoff going to take a 3 from the right wing. That one's off the mark. Rebound to Fernandez. That 3 is not in Natalie Hoff's normal range. We see her knock down long 2s. As Alter is able to take that one away from Hajdukovic. And here come the Falcons the other way, trailing by 10. Just have 21 points on the board with a minute to go in the second quarter. And a lot of that, you can attribute that to the Anchorage defense. Here's Natalie Hoff feeding Alter, and she reverses it up and in. And the Falcons pull back within 8. Alter with 5 points. Natalie Hoff with 10 to lead the way for SPU. And Vashay Rab 12 to lead all scorers. Here's Fernandez kicking it to Rab. She's going to go around Weatherspoon, around Hoff, and lay it up and in. Vashay Rab with 14. 33-23. And the Falcons can play for the final shot here of the half. Hunter Beeren is not currently on the floor. She has beat the buzzer a few times this year. Marlowe misses on the 3. We get a whistle underneath, though.
Foul number 21.
And another foul called on Kimani Fernandez. That is going to be her 4th.
3rd foul. And
they do have 3 on the scoreboard, but 4 in the live stats here. Anna Eddy will be at the free throw line. And Tubby Tovia checks back in. Eddie misses on the first free throw. Anna Eddy can shoot it from distance, well, 30%. She's 65% at the free throw line. Seems like she does connect a little more often, but she takes a lot of threes. So it is 33-23 at the break here as Eddie misses on the free throws. And 10-point game here at halftime from Royal Brown Pavilion. Falcons trailing the Seawolves 33-23. We'll step aside here on the SP webcast and be back with you shortly. We'll recap the first half for you in a couple of minutes. Welcome back inside Royal Brown Pavilion. Greg Sexton with you on the SVU webcast. The Seawolves lead the Falcons 33-23 at halftime. And Seawolves really did control things for the most part in that first half as they take a double-digit lead into the locker room. In the first half, they shot 52% from the floor, 67% beyond the arc, 4 of 6 out there. And the Falcons shooting 38% overall from the floor, just 1 of 8 from beyond the arc. Both teams got to the free throw line a few times, but the Seawolves 5 of 6 at the stripe, and the Falcons 4 of 7. Seawolves also out-rebounded the Falcons 16-12, and the turnovers even at 6 apiece. So Falcons have been able to hold their own in that category. But leading the way for the Seawolves, Vishay Rab with 14 points and 6 rebounds. The reigning GNAC Player of the Week is having another excellent week here, starting off anyway. Anchorage is going to be at Montana State Billings on Saturday to close out the season. And they're hoping to have a GNAC tournament bid locked up by that point. Jazz Evans has 9 points for the Seawolves, and a rebound and a steal. Nicole Pinckney, no points, but she has 3 rebounds and an assist and a steal for the Seawolves. And Rachel Ingram, a couple of threes, has 6 points. For the Falcons, Natalie Hoff had 10 in the first half to go with 4 rebounds and an assist. And Ashley Alter had 5 points, 2 rebounds, a block, a steal, and a turnover. As thinking that I saw an assist, but I was looking at the wrong column there. nobody else on the Falcons other than Natalie Hoff and Ashley Alter has more than 2 points. And so that, as I mentioned, they're really going to miss those 2 players next year. Both actually would not have been eligible to play this year if the COVID pandemic hadn't shortened one of the seasons recently. But they got an extra year of eligibility due to that. And trying to make the most of it this year as Falcons trying to lock up a GNAC tournament berth. They would prefer to get a win here, but they can back in anyway, and they do have another game coming up on Saturday here against Alaska Fairbanks, who has not offered a lot of opposition this year. They're 1-15 in conference play, so if the Falcons are not able to secure a tournament berth tonight, they will have a good chance to do so on Saturday. Speaking of the GNAC tournament, let's step aside first, and then we'll kind of come back and take a look around the GNAC and let you know what's going on in other games tonight and how things sit now for the GNAC tournament. We'll have that for you when we come back in just a minute here on the SB Webcast. 33-23 Anchorage at halftime. Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast. We're at halftime here inside Royal Brown Pavilion, and the Seawolves with a 10-point lead, 33-23 over the Falcons. As taking a look around the GNAC tonight, Central Washington at St. Martin's, Northwest Nazarene at Western Oregon. Simon Fraser is at Western Washington. That's the final game of the season for those two teams, as they will not play on Saturday. The men's game between Simon Fraser and Western Washington will take place on Saturday, and they didn't play tonight. But the women on the women's side, they're playing tonight and not on Saturday. Of course, Anchorage is here, and Fairbanks is at Montana State Billings. Looking at the standings, Western Washington 2 games ahead, making that a game and a half ahead of Montana State Billings. Western Washington 15-2 in conference, and Montana State Billings 13-3. But Billings still alive for the number 1 seed if Western Washington is to lose and Montana State Billings wins both of their remaining games. They would be the number 1 seed in the GNAC tournament. Central Washington has also clinched. They are the number 3 seed at the moment, and I think they are locked into that. They're 2 games behind Montana State Billings and 3 ahead of both Anchorage and Seattle Pacific. Speaking of, those 2 teams battling it out, trying to be the next team to clinch a GNAC tournament spot and take sole possession of 4th place in the conference with a win tonight. Simon Fraser is at 8-9, and they're at Western Washington, where Simon Fraser actually has been playing pretty well lately, but Western Washington is one of the top teams in not just the GNAC but in the country. Northwest Nazarene still with an opportunity to get in, but 3 teams have been eliminated: Western Oregon, St. Martin's, and Alaska Fairbanks. As Western Oregon and St. Martin's both 5-11 in conference, and Fairbanks is just 1-15 in conference play this year. But this is an important game here. Obviously, the winner clinches a spot in the GNAC tournament, and the loser may get in tonight as well if Simon Fraser loses at Western Washington. Northwest Nazarene at Western Oregon, they are likely to let's actually see if either of these games has gone final. So there were a couple of games. Yeah, actually 3 of them have gone final now. And Billings won to go to 14-3 in conference. Central Washington beat St. Martin's. And so if they didn't have the 3 seed locked up already, they do now. Central Washington 100 points on St. Martin's, 100-74 in that one. Western Oregon beats Northwest Nazarene. So Northwest Nazarene now on the brink of elimination in the GNAC tournament picture. As Simon Fraser at Western Washington started at 7 o'clock, and this game starting at 7:30. So Simon Fraser at Western Washington probably going to be final by the time this one is over here. And we'll maybe get you an update on that game a little bit later on. But Western Oregon knocking Northwest Nazarene pretty much out of contention, and don't believe that clinched a spot for either of these teams. Simon Fraser, if they were to lose, both of these teams would be in. But it'll be interesting coming up. The tournament is in Bellingham at Western Washington, and that'll be both the men's and women's tournaments will be held there. We got second half action coming up here from Royal Brown Pavilion in a few minutes, and we'll take one last break here at halftime and be back with second half action momentarily as the Seawolves lead the Falcons 33-23 at the break. Back inside Royal Broman Pavilion, Greg Sexton with you as we head for second half action, third quarter action coming up shortly here as Anchorage with a 10-point lead, 33-23. Ryan McCarthy talking things over, looking like he's drawing up a play here to start the third quarter. And the Falcons already out on the floor. Mike Simonson out there with them. The original starting five out there for the Falcons. And we'll see who McCarthy goes with, as he's got three players with 3 or more fouls. Robertson has 3, and Anaya Moore has 3, and Kimani Fernandez has 4. And it will be the originals. No, actually, Tubby Tovia is out there, and Kate Robertson is not. So one change to the original starting 5 for Alaska Anchorage. And Anchorage with the first possession of the third quarter. Nicole Pinkney will get it to Rab. She'll drive through traffic, puts it up, couldn't get it to go, but she will be at the free throw line. Vache Rab, an 85% free throw shooter, and Maya Hoff commits her second foul, puts Rab at the free throw line. She has 14 points in the ball game, and 4 of those at the free throw line. She's got 6 rebounds as well. And Rab knocks in her 5th free throw of the game here, 5 out of 5 at the stripe. And going for another one here. Second one is good as well. 35-23, Anchorage with the lead. And Anchorage, a couple of double-digit wins last week at home. Maya Hoff will get it across midcourt. And she'll get it to Ashley Alter. Here's Anna Eddy in the corner for a 3, and that one is good. And the Falcons needed a shot there to kind of maintain contact here with the Seawolves. As Seawolves with it in the front court. Here's Rab going to the bucket, lays it up, and a little too strong. Rebound to Maya Hoff. And the Falcons will take it back the other way. Anna Eddy with it. Here's Natalie Hoff backing down Tovia and gets it to her sister Maya with the reverse up and in. And the Falcons within 7, 35-28. Here's Evans in the front court getting it to Rab. Hajdukovic with it. Pulls up from the free throw line over Alter, puts it in. And the Seawolves back out to a 9-point lead, 37-28. As Jana Hajdukovic gets on the board for the Seawolves. 37-28. Here's Natalie Hoff in the post over Tovia. Puts it in. And Natalie Hoff, a little bit of a mismatch there. Definitely a height advantage with Tovia out there. And it's 37-30. Seawolves with the lead. Rab driving, kicking it to Hajdukovic. She steps inside, puts it up over Alter, misses the shot. Too strong on that one. And Hoff, the rebound, will get it to Hunter Buren. Falcons down just 7 here early in the third quarter. Hoff over Tovia, and that one comes up short, but she gets her own rebound. Gets it out to Anna Eddy. Now Alter will get it back to Natalie Hoff. Hoff in the post again, and this time Rab comes in and steals it away. Rab going to find Evans for an easy lay-in. And the Falcons were looking for a bucket there. Rab had other ideas. 9-point lead for the Seawolves. Eddy taking a 3 from the corner again, puts it in. Anna Eddy, a couple of threes here in the third quarter. And she's got 8 points in the ball game. And the Falcons within 6, 39-33. Hajdukovic gets it to Evans. Now back to Hajdukovic on top. And we get a whistle and a timeout called by Ryan McCarthy, who didn't like the way that that possession was shaping up. 6:39 to go, third quarter. 6-point lead for the Seawolves. And we'll keep it here, a 30-second timeout. As Vashay Rabb mentioning she's the GNAC Player of the Week. And she had a 29-point game last week against Western Oregon. 25 and 10 rebounds against St. Martin's. And so combined 54 points for Vashay Rabb in 2 games last week. And 16 here tonight for Vashay Rabb as well, so not slowing down. Anchorage talking things over with their head coach Ryan McCarthy, and of course the Falcons get some time to talk things over on their side as well. But 6:39 to go here in the third, and Anchorage will have the ball coming out of the timeout. As they now have Ra'ana Bay. Kate Robertson is back in. Anaya Moore.
With the ball.
And Haley Bearfield in as well, as is Rachel Ingram. So a whole new 5 players out there following the timeout.
Number 12, Haley Marlowe.
Haley Marlowe commits a foul here, and it's going to send Anaya Moore to the free throw line with 6:30 to go here in the third.
Anaya Moore with 2 shots.
And Anaya Moore at the stripe looking for her first points of the game. And she's got one there. Moore coming off the bench. And she is a 67% free throw shooter, just 8 out of 12 on the season, but gets both to go here. So now 10 out of 14 for Anaya Moore. Skylar Berry trying to loop it back out, and Ra'ana Bay takes it away. We'll get it to Moore, and here come the Seawolves in transition. That one a little behind Kate Robertson, but it's chased down in the corner by Bearfield. And the Seawolves will keep possession. 8-point game. Moore had Anna Eddy on the floor, and here's a 3 on the way, and it's off the mark from Bearfield. We'll get a foul called here going against Anchorage.
Foul's on number 14.
And that's on Kate Robertson. That is her 4th.
Robertson's 4th foul.
She's got 4.
Foul number 1.
And Kimani Fernandez with 4. We haven't seen her yet here in the second half. But with the aggressive defense can come some foul trouble sometimes. That one thrown away, but they're going to say that Skylar Berry was held.
Foul goes against number 1.
And that one's going to be called on Tubby Tovia.
Team foul number 2. Out of bounds, Falcons.
And the Falcons will have it out of bounds. Down 8 here with 5:35 to go in the third quarter. Buren will inbound to Eddy. And now Alter with it. Buren feeds it in the post for Berry. Tried to get it to Alter. Does. Alter turns around and puts it in off the glass. Ashley Alter with 7 points in the ball game. And the Falcons within 6. Not going away. Ingram gets it to Bearfield. Now Bay with it. Bay being guarded by Eddy. Gets it to Moore. Moore will get a screen. Buren sticks with it. And a traveling violation whistled on Anaya Moore. And so the Falcons will take it back. Three subs back in now for Alaska Anchorage, with Pinckney, Evans, and Rabb coming back. And the Falcons will inbound. Marlowe will get it across midcourt. And Evans reaches in on Eddie. Looked like she may have had a clean steal there, but there was a little contact as well. And so Evans is called for the foul. That's just her first. And the Falcons will have it out of bounds. 4:44 to go, third quarter. 6-point ball game. And let's see here. We have an official coming over to clarify something. Unfortunately, I am not down near the scorer's table. This will actually be a media timeout here with 4:44 to go in the third. That may have been what was being clarified there. We're going to step aside here on the SPU webcast with the Seawolves leading the Falcons by 6 here midway through the third. We'll be right back. Back inside Royal Brown Pavilion, Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast. 41-35, Anchorage with the lead. And the Falcons have closed the gap somewhat here in the third quarter. As the Falcons are now shooting 47% for the game. Seawolves shooting 50%. Hunter Beeren will get it to Alter at the free throw line. Feeds Barry going to the bucket. And I believe Rabb came over the top and committed the foul. Skylar Berry will be at the free throw line. They actually get Tovia for the foul there. And so Skylar Berry will head to the free throw line. She made a couple in the first half from the stripe. And those are her 2 points in the game. First one is up and good, all net on that one. And the Falcons are within 5, 41-36. 4:37 to go, third quarter. And Barry's second free throw is good as well. She's 4 of 4 at the stripe tonight. Nicole Pinckney the other way across midcourt. 4-point lead now for the Seawolves. And this one getting a little tighter. Here is Rabb getting into the lane and can't get the bucket to go. Falcons pull down the rebound and take it the other way. Here's Haley Marlowe for a three from the corner. That one's off the mark. Barry tried to keep it alive, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. And that's going to go on Skylar Berry.
Skylar Berry, second foul.
That's her second.
13 foul.
And they do have her actually with 3 points. My memory was that she had made a couple of, no, she did make a couple of free throws. She's 4 for 4 at the stripe. So my memory is correct. The scoreboard is wrong. They have 3 on there for her, but she's got 4. Here's Nicole Pinckney getting it to Ingram, who lost control of it just briefly and got it back. Pinckney drives, puts up the floater with the left hand, and draws the foul. She'll be at the free throw line. Foul on Barry again. That's going to be her third. Fourth team foul for the Falcons, and each team with 4 team fouls. Natalie Hoff will come back in.
2 shots at the line, Nicole Pinckney.
Natalie Hoff graduating, and we'll see how far the Falcons can go in the GNAC tournament, assuming they're able to clinch a spot. But Natalie Hoff's college career coming to an end shortly here. Pinckney at the stripe gets the first shot to go and misses on the second. Ashley Alter with the rebound. 5-point lead for the Seawolves. Mentioned a few of the players on the Falcons roster from the Portland area, including the Hoff sisters. They're from Beaverton, Oregon. Nike has their headquarters in Beaverton, and Natalie Hoff already has an internship secured with Nike at the headquarters. Natalie Hoff now gets it in the post, puts it up, puts it in. And Hoff gets the Falcons within 3, 42-39. Natalie Hoff with 14 points. Here's Evans driving into the lane and can't get that one to go. Got underneath the bucket. And the Falcons with the defense sending it the other way. Hoff kicks it out for Alter in the corner for a 3, and that one is off the mark. Weatherspoon, or make it Beeren though. Beeren chases down the rebound, and we get a foul called a 2-shot foul, or is it a 3-shot foul?
Foul's on number 5.
Foul goes on Evans.
5 team fouls.
Kimani Fernandez will come back in. She's got 4 fouls.
Kimani Fernandez.
It will be a 2-shot foul here, as now Anaya Moore will check in for Nicole Pinckney.
Now in number 4, Anaya Moore.
But Natalie Hoff, an article on the SPU main website, not the athletics website, but talking about her internship with Nike, that she will be, that's going to be what she's going to be doing after she leaves SPU. A couple of free throws for Natalie Hoff, and the Falcons are within 1, 42-41. Hoff with 16. Here's Anaya Moore pulling up over Beeren, and that one rims out. And the rebound to Ashley Alter. And the Falcons on a run here. Right back in this one. They have an opportunity to take the lead on this possession. Natalie Hoff down low, gets it out to Beeren. Beeren steps through a couple of defenders and couldn't get the floater to go. It's a nice looking move, but missed the shot. Here's Moore coming the other way. Evans will take it after running into Moore, but they're able to sort it out. Moore, nice crossover, but the shot is well off the mark, and the Falcons with the rebound. Another opportunity to take the lead here. Alter for Beeren, finds Eddy going to the bucket, lays it up and in. And Anna Eddy with 10 points in the ball game. 6 here, or 8, make it 8 here in the third quarter. And the Falcons take the lead, 43-42. This was, Anchorage really was in control of this game in the first half, but the Falcons have ran them down here in the third quarter. They have outscored the Seawolves 20-9 here in this quarter. And they now lead by a point, 43-42. Another entertaining game here between these two teams, as this one looked like it was going to be Anchorage's night in the first half, but the Falcons' other ideas here, as Anna Eddy now 10 points, the assist to Hunter Beeren on that last bucket, and Ryan McCarthy taking the timeout to talk things over with his squad. Back to action now coming out of the timeout. Falcons have Beeren, Eddy, Marlowe, Alter, and Natalie Hoff on the floor. And Vache Rab will inbound to Anaya Moore. Kimani Fernandez out there with 4 fouls, and Jazz Evans and Rachel Ingram for the Seawolves. Here's Rab being double teamed. Tries to get it up over Natalie Hoff. Does, puts it in. Natalie Hoff went up,
At the basket
and
for Rab.
Rab gets it over the top of her, puts it in. Mike Simonson asking for a 3 in the key call, but they did not make that call. And Rab will head to the stripe as the Seawolves have retaken the lead.
Called for the foul. Her first.
Foul was called on Natalie Hoff. And Rab to the free throw line. 18 points in the ball game for Vishay Rab, and make it 19. And she's perfect at the free throw line, 7 of 7 now. Vishay Rab as Buren comes out of backcourt with it. Rab is 5 of 9 from the floor overall, 7 of 7 at the free throw line. Cross-court pass for Eddie in the left corner. And now Alter with it. Will feed Buren down low. Buren driving, had it poked away by Anaya Moore, and Rab ends up with it. A minute to go, third quarter. Rab driving and gets fouled. And she went down hard
Falcon foul number 22.
on the
Ashley
baseline
Alter,
there,
second.
but she's all right.
Shots.
Ashley Alter commits the foul. That'll be her second.
Vishay Rab, number 20, number 12 in the foul line with the 2 shots.
And Rab will go back to the stripe again with the Seawolves leading by 2, 45-43. Falcons briefly had the lead. Seawolves took it right back. And Rab another free throw to give her 20 points for the game. Had 25 and 29 last week. And one of those a double-double. She had 10 rebounds. She gets another free throw to go, and she's got 21 points in the ballgame. 9 of 9 from the free throw line for Vishay Rab. Natalie Hoff to Alter. Back out to Hoff. Hoff going to take a jumper from the free throw line, and that one is off the mark. Anna Eddy chases down the offensive board, though. Falcons down 4. Here's Alter. Stopping, putting up the free throw, the jumper rather, from the free throw line. That one's off the mark, and they're going to call the Falcons for a foul on the rebound. They're going to call it on Haley Marlowe.
Third foul.
Third foul on Marlowe, and it's going to send
Back in number 1, Tubby Tuvea.
as Tubby Tovia back in. It's going to send Rachel Ingram to the free throw line. Both teams in the bonus here in the third quarter. And so a foul on the other end results in free throws. And, of course, in women's basketball, there are no 1-and-1s now. They've gone to 4 quarters a few years ago. And just 5 team fouls per quarter will put a team in the bonus. Ingram made the first, misses the second. She's got 7 points. And here are the Falcons with possession, and it's kicked. Falcons will keep it. 6.3 left. I was going to say they were going to reset the shot clock, but the shot clock is off. Hajdukovic comes in for Ingram.
Falcons inbound.
Falcons have 6.3 left on the clock to get a shot up here. Buren driving, puts up the shot, couldn't get it to go. And let's see if they got a foul called in there.
3 quarters. Alaska Anchorage
No.
Seawolves 48, and the Falcons
Buren
43.
had the spin move there, got to the bucket, couldn't get the shot to go down. And the Seawolves with a 5-point lead at the end of 3 quarters here, as the Falcons were up by a point briefly, and the Seawolves now the last 6 points in the ball game, back up by 5, 48-43, as we head for the fourth quarter here on the SBU webcast, coming up briefly after the break between quarters here. We'll be right back. Back inside Royal Brown Pavilion, Greg Sexton with you on the SP webcast. As the song playing there, they're playing basketball.
All right, fans.
Anyway,
on the clock, fourth quarter. Be loud, cheer 'em on.
The Falcons will inbound here to begin the fourth quarter. As Natalie Hoff will get it to Haley Marlowe. Falcons down 5 to begin the fourth quarter. Vache Rabb 21 points to lead the way for the Seawolves, and Tovia comes in and steals that one. Gets it to Evans in the front court, and now they will set up a possession. Hajdukovic to Moore, and now Rabb with it. Here's Evans pulling up from the free throw line over Natalie Hoff. Couldn't get the shot to go. Tovia chases down the offensive rebound. Gets it to Hajdukovic. And Hajdukovic, a three from the corner is no good. Came up short, and Ashley Alter with the rebound. Falcons the other way. Trailing by 5. 6-0 run for the Seawolves to close out the third quarter, as the Falcons had a brief 43-42 lead. Here's Hunter Buren with a wide open three, and that one's well off the mark, as she had some time to set her feet there and overshot it. Here's Jazz Evans getting into the lane, and she's going to get to the free throw line and one.
Down the basket for Jasper Evans.
Evans now 13 points in the ball game, looking for 14 at the stripe.
Into the game, number 2.
Nicole Pinckney and Kimani Fernandez both check back in.
Kimani Fernandez, one shot.
As Evans now 13 and looking for 14 at the free throw line. And that one rattles in. So it's an 8-point lead now for Anchorage. They're on a 9-0 run now, going back to the third quarter, as they were in control of things in the first half, and the Falcons went on a run and briefly took the lead in the third quarter, but now Anchorage back on a 9-0 run. They have taken an 8-point lead. Here's Eddie to Buren, and now Natalie Hoff with it. Hoff gets it back in the post, trying to go around Fernandez, and that one just about went down. And it's going to be Seawolves ball. Mike Simonson not happy with the way things transpired there. But the Seawolves will take it back. He was looking for a foul, I believe. 8-point lead for the Seawolves, looking for more. Rabb, crossover, gets into the lane, puts it up, and gets around Alter, lays it up and in. Vache Rabb, 23 points in the ball game. Vache Rabb playing some excellent basketball here down the stretch of the season, trying to lead her team into the GNAC tournament. Alter probably had a shot there, gave it up to Maya Hoff in the corner instead, and now gets it back. Rabb on defense. Maya Hoff with a tough shot over Fernandez, was able to draw iron, and Alter throws it back up from the baseline, as they could have reset there, but Alter decided to put up a tough shot. Couldn't get it to go. Seawolves miss a shot on this end, but they get the offensive board and keep the possession alive. Evans driving on Alter and leaves it short. Maya Hoff the rebound. Falcons down 10. 11-0 run, and now a foul called on Vache Rabb as she hip-checked Hunter Buren.
Also number 12,
and just our first foul.
First foul.
Mike Simonson's going to take a timeout here with 6:41 to go in the ball game. Seawolves by 10, 53-43.
Timeout called by the Falcons. 6:41 to go.
And we will keep it here. This will be a 30-second timeout. So the Seawolves getting 23 points, 6 rebounds from Vache Rab, 9 of 9 at the free throw line. 14 points for Jazz Evans, and she's 6 of 10 from the floor, 2 of 3 at the stripe. And those are the 2 Seawolves in double figures. Rachel Ingram also has 7 points. Falcons led by 16 from Natalie Hoff. They have 10 from Anna Eddy as well. So just those 2 in double figures. Ashley Alter has 7. Alter also has 7 rebounds in the game. But the Seawolves outshooting the Falcons 44% to 38%. Much better beyond the stripe, or beyond the arc, I should say, as well. 4 of 9 are the Seawolves, and the Falcons 3 of 13. And each team has missed 3 free throws, but the Seawolves have been to the line 7 more times than the Falcons have. They're 15 of 18. Falcons are 8 of 11.
Falcons inbound, front court.
Falcons have played a fairly clean game. They only have committed 10 turnovers in this one. Seawolves, though, have only committed 7. Natalie Hoff tried to get it to Alter, and it's poked away by Ingram, and the Seawolves force the Falcons into their 11th turnover of the evening. But they can force a lot more than that at times. As this is Rachel Ingram with the shot going up, and it was tipped a little bit, but Maya Hoff ends up with it. And the Falcons with possession. Down 10, they need to make another run here. Maya Hoff will step inside, put it up off the glass and in. Maya Hoff turned around at the free throw line and then decided to drive, and it was a good decision. Falcons within 8, 53-45. Here's Nicole Pinkney to Rachel Ingram. Back to Pinkney. Ingram, a deep 3, and that one off the mark. Rebound to Alter. We get a whistle on the rebound. And a foul. That's going to go on Haley Bearfield.
First foul, second team foul.
Just the first foul on the Seawolves.
Alaska Anchorage.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. That's the second team foul on Anchorage here in the fourth quarter. Bearfield's first. And the Falcons down 8. Needing to string together a run. Maya Hoff at the free throw line, puts it up, and couldn't get it to go. Natalie Hoff there for the rebound, has it wrestled away. They're going to call a jump ball here. And so that is going to, let's see here. They announced it was Seawolves' ball. It is. Evans, Hajdukovic, and Rab back in for Anchorage with 5:13 to go in the ballgame. And Mike Simonson out on the court talking to the official. Not happy with the non-call there, or with the jump ball called. Thought it should have been a foul. Kate Robertson knocks down a long 2 from the top of the key. And it is a 10-point lead again for Alaska Anchorage. Now inside 5 minutes to go. Alter for Buren. And now Alter is going to get the pass back from Buren, and it's blocked from behind. And no foul called. But the Falcons will keep possession with 11 on the shot clock.
Out of bounds, Falcons.
Buren feeds Alter again at the bucket, lays it up and in this time, gets to the free throw line. And Buren with the assist on the inbounds pass. Alter now 9 points, looking for 10 at the line. And Kate Robertson has fouled out of the ball game. Picking up her 5th there, and Tubby Tovia will come back in.
Now in number 1, Tubby Tovia. One shot for Ashley Alter.
Alter to the free throw line. Falcons down 8, and Alter trying to get them within 7. Still a lot of time left. And that one is off the mark, off the back iron. So it's an 8-point game here as Anaya Moore brings it across midcourt. Here's Hajdukovic taking a shot from just outside the free throw line. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound, Falcons. Moore make that. Buren was able to feed it in, but Falcons unable to take advantage there, and Ashley Alter picks up the foul after the shot went up. And it'll be Seawolves ball with 4:15 to go in the game. 8-point lead. And the Seawolves trying to close things out here and secure a trip to the GNAC tournament. Seawolves have really had a lot more years where they have had single-digit losses. They still only have 9 losses this year, but they've been really dominant. Still very good this year at 16-9 overall. Ashley Alter commits another foul here, and Vishay Rab will be back at the free throw line. Alter now has 4 for the Falcons with 3:54 to go in the ball game. And Vishay Rab puts in the first free throw. 24 in the ball game for Vishay Rab, coming off 25 and 29 last week. And averaging 16.4 on the season. And Rab does not miss from the free throw line. 11 of 11 tonight from the free throw line. 25 points for the ball game. And the Seawolves with a 10-point lead and under 4 minutes to go. Buren for Maya Hoff inside, and Maya Hoff couldn't get the lay-in to go, and the rebound to Hajdukovic. And the Falcons really need to convert those at this stretch of the game. Evans to Rab, going to take a 3 over Buren, and that one comes up short. Buren the rebound. Hunter Buren stepping through a couple of defenders and leaves the lay-in short. And the rebound comes down to Tovia. It was a good idea there by Buren, but missed on the shot. And now 3 minutes to go. Seawolves lead by 10, 57-47. Here's Rab going around Maya Hoff. She'll bring it back out. 3 on the shot clock. And she's going to throw up a desperation heave there, and she was able to draw iron, but missed the shot. And the Falcons with the rebound the other way. Buren for Maya Hoff, being guarded by Rab. Here's Natalie Hoff. She gets it back from Marlowe and turns around and misses the shot. And the Falcons have gone cold here at an inopportune time. Seawolves about to finish off the Falcons here in tonight's game. Falcons will likely end up in the GNAC tournament as well. We get a whistle here and a foul called on Rab, and that'll go the other way.
Ashley Alter back in for the Falcons, as well as
Ashley Alter will check in for SPU. Nicole Pinckney and Kimani Fernandez back in for the Seawolves. But just now, a little over 2 minutes to play. Haley Marlowe will dribble into the front court and take a timeout. 2:01 to go. 57-47, Seawolves by 10. And Mike Simonson going to need to draw up some magic over there if he wants his team to have any shot here. We'll keep it here, 30-second timeout. Really, this game, Vishay Rab, 25 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. And just continuing her explosive play, solid play down the stretch. She's 11 of 11 at the free throw line, as I just mentioned a moment ago. And just a dominant performance here tonight. Jazz Evans with 14 as well for Anchorage. But Falcons just no answer for Vishay Rab. but they're not the only ones. Marlowe with it. Gets it into Ashley Alter. Here's Eddie taking a three from the corner, and that one's off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by Rabb. Seawolves with another possession and a 10-point lead now as we tick down toward a minute and a half to go in the game. Hajdukovic hands off to Pinckney. Here's Evans on the right wing, gets a screen from Fernandez. Gets it out to Rabb, a three on the way, nothing but net. Vishay Rabb deals the dagger there to the Falcons, and it is a 60-47 ball game. Vishay Rabb, 28 points. Another dominant effort here tonight. Here's Alter, a three on the way, and that one's off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Marlowe. Falcons keep it alive. Here's Eddie on a three, and that one is good.
Eddie for 3 points.
The Falcons are still down 10 with under a minute to go. Eddie with 13 points in the ball game. 3 threes for her. And she's going to commit the foul here on Hajdukovic with 41.8 left on the clock.
Falcon foul number 20, Eddie, second foul.
That is the second foul on Eddie.
Out of bounds, Seawolves.
Seawolves going to clinch a spot in the GNAC tournament. And let's see if we can get you an update on the Simon Fraser Western Washington result as we get another foul called here. And this one also on Anna Eddy.
Foul number 20, Anna Eddy. Third foul.
Western Washington does defeat Simon Fraser 87-63, so not a close game there. And that does get the Falcons in to the GNAC tournament as well. Northwest Nazarene, though, they also lost. So Simon Fraser still, even with the loss tonight, likely to get in. We'll see what happens. I believe that Northwest Nazarene is going to be playing St. Martin's. And
full timeout.
This will be a full timeout coming up here with 34.6 left. But I believe both of these teams are going to be in the GNAC tournament. Definitely Anchorage with closing in on a win here. It's not quite over yet, but 34.6 left, 62-50. Anchorage leads it. And it was all Vishay Rabb tonight for the Seawolves, 28 points. And knocked in a three a moment ago. Vishay Rabb from the floor, 7 of 14 for the game, 3 of 6 beyond the arc, 8 rebounds, 28 points, and 11 of 11 from the free throw line. As a team, the Seawolves shooting 41% from the floor for the ball game. The Falcons at 36%. Seawolves 42% from beyond the arc, and the Falcons just 24%. Seawolves have been to the line 22 times. They've knocked down 19 of those free throws. That's a lot of that effort is Vishay Rabb. But Falcons will have it with 34.6 left on the clock, down 12. And this one is all but over. Maya Hoff gets into the paint. Nice drop step there, and she puts it in. And Maya Hoff has 8 points in the ball game. Haley Marlowe gets a steal, puts it up and in. It's an 8-point game, 23.6 left. Falcons are going to need a couple more steals, and there's Marlowe knocking that one out of bounds. As she's not giving up. Really, Anchorage.
Down to the game number 4, Anaya Moore.
Anaya Moore will come in for Nicole Pinckney. And Anchorage, if they can just get it in bounds and draw another foul. This one should be. They're going to call traveling on Vishay Rabb on the baseline. And Ryan McCarthy disagreeing with the call. Vishay Rab as well. They're going to give the ball to SPU. And the Falcons, an opportunity to draw just a little closer. They're going to have to get up a shot quickly. Natalie Hoff does and misses on it. And Kimani Fernandez secures the rebound. And that should do it. Really think that this one was already decided. But Falcons made it interesting for a few seconds there.
2 shots the other direction. Back into the game for Marlowe will be number 14, Hunter Beeren.
Hunter Beeren back in for Haley Marlowe with 15.6 left on the clock, and Kimani Fernandez will be at the free throw line. And it'll be another trip to the GNAC tournament for the Seawolves. But the Falcons will be joining them with the loss by Simon Fraser tonight. Simon Fraser, though, also very likely to get in. Northwest Nazarene is going to have an opportunity to tie them, though, if Northwest Nazarene can win on Saturday, and we'll see. Not sure who owns the tiebreaker there.
Number 14, Hunter Beeren.
But Beeren commits the foul here, 13.6 left, and Hajdukovic to the free throw line.
The game number 1, Tubby Tovia. 2 shots. Hajdukovic at the line.
Tubby Tovia checks back in. And Jana Hajdukovic puts in the free throw. Hajdukovic, the second leading scorer on the Seawolves at 11.3 points per game. Just 6 points with the 2 free throws there tonight. Alter driving into the lane, leaves it short. Hajdukovic secures the rebound. 10-point ball game here as the final buzzer sounds. Falcons made it interesting. They took the lead briefly at the end of the third quarter, but Anchorage goes on a run to pull away again, and they win by 10 again to secure a trip to the GNAC tournament. Falcons, with the loss, they will be in as well. And teams shake hands here. Anchorage with the season series sweep. They get both games between these two teams, and Anchorage now goes to 9-8 in conference play, 17-9 overall, and they have won 3 in a row. Falcons drop one here, and they drop to 8-9 overall. 8-9 in conference play, 13-12 overall for SPU. But I mentioned a few times here, it was the Vishay Rab show for Anchorage tonight, as she finishes with 28. Overall, from the floor, just mentioning this just moments ago, but Anchorage shooting 41% from the floor. Falcons 37%, and the Seawolves ended up 21 of 26 at the stripe, and the Falcons 8 of 12. So Seawolves get to the line more than double the amount of times that the Falcons do. Falcons actually out-rebounded the Seawolves 33-32, but Anchorage really led this one pretty much the whole way. The Falcons were able to grab a lead toward the end of the third quarter, 43-42, and then Anchorage kind of took back over from there, as that was the only time in the game that the Falcons led. They didn't have a lead at all in the opening minutes of the game. So, 64-54, Anchorage winning here. And with that, all games are final tonight in the GNAC. As we mentioned, Simon Fraser lost to Western Washington 87-63. There were no close games. This was the closest game in the GNAC tonight, a 10-point game. All games decided by double digits, as Western Oregon took down Northwest Nazarene 77-63, Central Washington 100, St. Martin 74, And, of course, Western Washington over Simon Fraser 87-63. Montana State Billings had an easy time with Alaska Fairbanks 84-58. Fairbanks will be here Saturday for Senior Day for the Falcons, and that will be a 2 p.m. tip-off, Pacific time, of course, as they're an hour behind in Alaska, but an hour behind us. Fairbanks will be here Saturday. Anchorage will be at Montana State Billings. And that'll be a tough game for them. They will try to get into the GNAC tournament with a 4-game win streak if they're able to win there on Saturday. But either way, playing good basketball right now are the Anchorage Seawolves. And they win here tonight to go to 17-9 overall, 9-8 in conference. The Shea Rab led the Seawolves with 28 for Seattle Pacific. They get 16 from Natalie Hoff, 7 rebounds. Ashley Alter, 9 points, 8 rebounds. Anna Eddy had 13 points for SPU as well. And 4 rebounds for Eddy, 2 assists. And Hunter Buren held scoreless, but she had 6 rebounds and 6 rebounds and 2 assists. She had 5 turnovers, but she had a blocked shot as well. And the Falcons also get 8 points and 4 rebounds from Maya Hoff in a losing effort. 64-54 the final. We will see you back here on Saturday. Fairbanks will be here for a doubleheader. The women's game coming up first at 2 p.m., and then the men's game will be at 4:15. And so both teams closing out the regular season. Both teams will be in the GNAC tournament. The men's and women's teams here from SPU. And that's going to do it here tonight. 64-54, Alaska Anchorage over Seattle Pacific, the final score. We will talk to you on Saturday, 2 p.m. Have a good night.